Hey everybody, this is Edujo and welcome to another video on my series on drawing with Python in the Raspberry Pi. So in the previous video I showed you how to create a circle using squares, and so we call that a pattern. We created patterns, and in this video I'm going to talk about coordinates. So if I just run this, I just made a basic square just like before. I just altered the code slightly, and as you can see we've made a square there. But by default Python will always start on the XY position, which is 0, 0. So X is 0 and Y is 0, which is right there. So if we go from there, let's say we want to draw this square somewhere over here, because the X is 0 we have to go into the negative X to go to the left, and in the positive Y to go up. And if we want to go, let's say, to the right and down, we have to go into the positive of X and then in negative of Y to move it down here. So let's just quickly draw this one somewhere there, and currently it's on 0, 0, and I will show you one of the first things you should look out for when you're trying to do that. So the command to move it is set position, and then we have to put an XY coordinate in there. So I'm going to say let's go to the left 100, and then we go up on the Y 100, just like that. So you will see the problem if we just do that without anything else. So let me run that, and then you can see what I mean. So we should see a diagonal line. There we go. So there you can see we've got this diagonal line, because obviously the square is 100 by 100. So let me just actually move that. I'll make it 150 so you can just see it slightly better. What I mean by that, I'm just going to go 150, 150. F5, run that again, so we can see, you'll see it right. So now you can see we've moved from there all the way to, so we set our position from the 0, 0 all the way to the minus 150 on the X and 150 on the Y, and then we drew our square. But you can see by default the turtle or the pen is down, so let's call it the pen is on the paper, so to speak. And then we moved from 0, 0 to minus 150 and 150 to get to there, and then we drew our square. So what you have to do, if you are moving your position, you must lift your pen up, and then you set your position, and then you put your pen down to draw. So we do it as follows. Let me just close that. So there we set the position, but before we set the position you must lift your pen up. So we say pen up, open close bracket, and then afterwards, actually let me run this so you can see what I mean. F5, I'm going to run this. Nothing is going to be drawn because our pen is in the air, but you will see it's going to mimic, well, it went too quick, we can't even see that. It's going to mimic that. So of course we're on fastest. Let's just comment that out like that, and then just run it again. Then you should see a bit of a movement, hopefully, if it's not too quick. And it goes up and then it draws. So you should see that it went up, and then it mimicked the drawing. So we lifted our pen up, we moved to this position, and then before we want to draw we have to put our pen down again. So I'm going to say pen down, open close bracket. So now when we draw it, you should see, well, it's going to go fast, but you should see the square. There we go, the square is drawn, and it's over there. I think for this exercise I'm actually going to take this speed, but I only really want to make it fast when we are doing the pattern. So let's have a look. So the turtle should move, there we go, and then it draws it, and then it waits. Now let's say we want to draw a few squares, but in different positions. So I'm just going to close that, and I'm going to copy that. This is what I'm going to copy. Actually, let's make different color squares. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm just going to come here and paste that. I'm going to make this one blue, and this, I'm going to move to the other side now. So I'm going to go 150, and actually let's make that 100. Yeah, let's leave that 150, and we're going to make that 150. Then we're going to copy this again, and I'm going to make it maybe a green. I'll just paste that, and let me just keep going down and paste it again. So for the third one I'm going to make that one green, and I'm going to go 150, and this one is going to be minus 150, and then on the other one I'm I'm gonna, I don't know what color, purple maybe? Purple, and then I'm gonna go to the negative and then negative. Now theoretically, that should give us 4 squares. Let me just move that up. So that's going to give us 4 squares. So you've got the first one, which you've already seen, and then you've got the second one that's blue, that's a different coordinates, positive, 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 so it'll be on the right hand side at the top. Then you have the green one, that's a positive x, negative y, which will be on the bottom right. And then you have a purple one, which should be on the bottom left. As you can see, I've got the pen ups and the pen downs and that type of thing. So let's see what it looks like. Let's run that, and let's just see what this looks like. I may have to open, no, that should be fine. So there I've got my 4 over there. So now you can see, if you did not have your pen up, if you didn't do anything, you would have had all sorts of lines going from the middle to there, and then across, and then down, and so on. But there we have 4 squares at different positions that we drew at different coordinates. I hope you enjoyed the changing the positions. Please keep on using this and practicing and mess around with it and see what shapes and patterns you can come up with. Remember to subscribe and to like this video on YouTube, and also follow me on Twitter. See you in the next video. Bye.